Hello friends, welcome to engineering tutorial. So we'll continue our discussion related to sensors and transducers. So previously we discussed about level measurement using pressure sensitive elements. So in this next series of videos we'll be discussing some temperature measurement sensors. So this is the first one, so which is the gas thermometric sensor for temperature measurement. So it will be a very quick one. It's a very kind of a simple concept. So the gas thermometric sensor, it is based on the gas law, okay, the ideal gas law, which is PV is equal to nRT, okay, where P is the pressure, V is volume, N is the number of moles, R is the gas constant, and T is the temperature. So the simple manipulation of either of the three variables, the changing variables, that is pressure, volume and temperature, can be used to calculate the other. If two of them is known, the other can be calculated. So here our objective is to determine temperature. Okay, our objective is to determine the temperature. So the gas thermometric sensors, they can be of two types. They can be divided into two categories. First, the constant pressure gas thermometric sensors and the constant volume gas thermometric sensors. Now there are some difficulties, some complexities when it comes to designing the constant pressure gas thermometric sensors. It is not that they are not completely possible to design, but it is very difficult. So the constant volume gas thermometric sensors are used because they are easier to design and they are less costly. That's why it's a good solution to use the constant volume gas thermometric sensors. So the design of the gas thermometric sensor, the constant volume gas thermometric sensor, is something like this. We have a gas chamber, okay, where we have an inert gas which is exposed to the place where the temperature is to be measured. So there are many inert gases, inert gases which have a stable electronic configuration and they are non-reactive. So argon, neon, radon, helium, krypton, they are all used, but commonly the helium gas is used, or sometimes nitrogen gas is also a good choice, a good alternative. So we have the gas chamber in which we have the inert gas, then we have the bulb and the capillary tube which kind of channelizes the pressure which develops as a result of the fluctuating temperature. Now all of these, they have fixed dimensions, so the volume is constant. So now our objective is to measure the pressure of the gas. So for that, any pressure sensitive element can be used, like we have discussed previously in the 3 or 4 videos. We have discussed about Bourdon tubes, we have discussed about bellows, we have discussed about membranes, capsules, corrugated diaphragms, thin plate diaphragms. In this case we have used the Bourdon tube because it is very small pressure measurement which is there, and the Bourdon tube is very very easy to carry, even the pocket, small size Bourdon tube. So it is connected to the capillary tube to measure the pressure of the gas. So the principle is something like this. We have the ideal the gas law, PV is equal to nRT. So P is equal to nR by V into T, where N is constant, the number of moles of gas, we have the gas constant, which is also a constant. It is a constant volume gas thermometer, so the volume is also constant. So together these three variables, they form one constant, okay? And as a result, the temperature, which is our objective to measure the temperature, this is our objective to measure the temperature. This pressure which is measured by the Bourdon tube, the pressure which is measured by the Bourdon tube, it is directly proportional to the surrounding temperature. Okay, it is directly proportional to the surrounding temperature. It is kept in contact, or kind of we have a valve or something which is placed in contact with the temperature conducting material. So it is made in contact with the object or the environment where the temperature is to be measured. So as a result, the gas gets heated, it expands or contracts depending upon that, and as a result pressure is built up. That pressure is channelized through the bulb and the capillary tube to the Bourdon tube, this point up to this point, okay, this point, and then from this point the Bourdon tube, this C-shaped Bourdon tube, this circular or oval shaped portion along with the rod, that elongates, tries to move, and that angular displacement is converted into either through a pointer scale arrangement, which is properly calibrated in terms of Kelvin or degree Celsius, or it is converted into an electrical signal through a secondary transducer like LVDT, through a capacitive sensing element, a potentiometer, inductive sensing element. Anything can be used to convert it into a voltage or current signal, and then it is also properly calibrated to give us a proper digital output in terms of degree Celsius or in Kelvin, but normally degree Celsius, that unit is used. Okay, so the working of the Bourdon tube we have already discussed many times, so there is no need to unnecessarily make the video long. I will give the link of the video, the Bourdon tube, where we have discussed specifically Bourdon tube sensing element. Also in the level measurement we have discussed about Bourdon tube previously, so you can refer to that video also. So let us not go into that. So this is the mathematical expression of the displacement of the free end of the Bourdon tube due to deformation. So this is the thing, and these are the parameters which are involved in the expression. We have already discussed it in detail, so just have a look, quick look. So this is the basic principle of constant volume gas thermometer. So now when we have measured the pressure from the Bourdon tube reading, okay, the Bourdon tube reading gives us the pressure. Volume is constant for a particular sensor. The volume is constant, is given the specification sheet. From the gas we can know the number of moles and the gas constant, which is also a constant. From this we can get the value of the temperature. Okay, so this is properly calibrated to give us a proper temperature output, like I said, in terms of degree Celsius through a pointer scale arrangement, or through electrical signal, through proper signal conditioning, signal processing, we get a digital readout. Okay, so this is the basic principle of gas thermometric sensor, in particular the constant volume gas thermometric sensor. Okay, so let us try to understand this from a 3D perspective. So this is the the constant volume gas thermometric sensor. Like I said, there's the inert gas which is present in the gas chamber. It is connected to the point where the temperature is to be measured, and as a result of that there is the expansion or contraction, compression of the gas which is present in the chamber. That pressure is channelized up to this point, the contact point of the Bourdon tube, through the bulb and the capillary tube, and as a result of that, the pressure readout, how the bottom tube measures the pressure, responds to this fluctuating pressure because of the pressure difference between the inside and the outside. This oval shaped blue portion of the bottom tube along with this rod, it undergoes movement. Okay, it undergoes deformation, and as a result of this deformation, this rod which is connected, okay, to a pointer scale arrangement or a secondary electrical transducer, that gives us a proper temperature readout. So there has to be a proper calibration between the pressure and temperature. Okay, so this is the basic principle of the constant volume gas thermometric sensor. Why constant volume? Because it is simple, it is easy to design, and it is less expensive. Okay, it is economical.